Hello, CSCI 127 students. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Python shell that comes with your installation of Python called idle. On my Mac, I can open idle by searching for it, maybe in Spotlight search. I actually have multiple versions on this computer, and so I would need to make sure to choose the version that I want, which is 3.8.2. You might have multiple versions, maybe you don't. I've also saved a link to idle in the dock of my Mac here so that I can get to it quickly. If you need any help opening idle on your computer, just post on the Slack and I can help you out, or one of the course assistants will help you out. So what idle is a command prompt which allows us to enter Python commands and have them evaluate as soon as we press enter. So if I enter a command that Python understands, like 3 plus 3, that command will be evaluated as soon as I press enter. I can also enter things that Python doesn't understand, and I'll get an error, which can help me understand what's going on. So in general, the command prompt, this shell mode here, can be really useful to just work on your understanding of Python commands, and also as sort of a scratch work sort of tool while you're developing your programs. Your programs you will write in files, and I can create a new file by going to the File drop-down menu and pressing New File. And here I can write my Python program. So maybe I start off just in classic form with a hello world. So I'm going to have this program print out the string hello world. Now before I can run this, I'm going to need to save it. And I'm going to go ahead and save it in a CSCI 127 folder. I'll call it hello world. And all of my Python programs are going to need to end with the .py file extension. So I'll save it that way. And I actually already have a file called hello world, so I will replace it. But you probably, if you're following along, you probably don't have a hello world file. So I'll go ahead and replace. And now that I've saved it, I can run by going to the Run drop-down menu and clicking Run Module. And we can see that immediately we're taken over to the shell and our program executes by printing hello world. Now if I close this, I can go back and edit it by going open, and as long as I know where I saved it, which was in this folder right here, now I can just reopen it. And if I need to make any edits, I can do that. Maybe just for example, let's try capitalizing world there. Now, if I try to run this before I save it, I'll get a little dialog box here that tells me that it needs to be saved. I can just press OK. So if I ever forget to save, idle will always make sure that I save. One other thing that I wanted to show is that you can change the font size on your shell if you need. So you can do that by going to the idle menu and then hitting preferences. And then really the reason that I'm showing this is that let's say I wanted to, like, oh, 20 is just a little too big for me. I'm going to go down to 18. When this is first open, the apply and OK buttons are not visible, so this can be confusing. So if you're on a Mac at least, you need to kind of pull this up, then you can hit apply, and then your font size or whatever other changes that you want to make will be there. So that's all for an introduction to IDLE.